Alright guys, Metal Storm on the NES. This is normal mode. This is the third take of me doing this because my one cat has been going absolutely ballistic, taking dumps and scratching everything in sight, so here we go. Stage 1-1, pretty simple. The rule of thumb here is just keep running and gunning. A lot of these enemies die in like literally one hit, so it's simple, really simple stuff. I really don't even need to give you any strategy here. I don't even think I gravity switch. Gotta be careful with the one enemy at the end. If you're careless, you could definitely get hit by that. If you gravity switch, you could end up walking into it by accident. Alright, so here we have the first instance of the A, which serves as armor, which allows you to tank a hit, which is very, very important, especially if you're not great at the game. I also got the gravity switching weapon, which kind of makes you invulnerable and takes out all these enemies in one hit, pretty much. So pretty much just be methodical going through here, taking out the gunners. You're gonna gravity switch, go down, take out the gunner, gravity switch to the top, take out the gunner. Gravity switch, jump down, and then we have this weird tanky enemy. Just keep shooting it and walking to the left before it touches you. There's really nothing crazy about it. I tested my luck a little bit there, though. I got a little bit too close for comfort. But we're good. First, I'm gonna take out the enemies, switch up top to get the P, which is gonna be the weapon that we have for the rest of the game, which is our power shot. Here, for the boss, we're gonna power shoot up into the middle, and then power shoot over to the right, kind of clipping through the side, and we kill this thing in 2 cycles. Now, the safe strategy, in my opinion, for that particular boss is just waiting for it to come out of the middle. You can pretty much, obviously, 2-phase it, but you have to wait a little bit longer. It goes middle, right, left, left, middle. But anyway, I took it out quicker, so there's that. Stage 2 utilizes a lot more of the gravity and switching mechanics, I would say. You can actually, I think, jump through those things because they move slow enough, but I like to bait everything out and be very methodical just to make sure. So, the ones that are further apart tend to move quicker, but they are further apart, so you pretty much have the same amount of time. Here, you're going to flip upside down, bait, and then jump all the way down, and gravity switch down, take out this little gunner thing. And now we're going to bait and go up to the top really quick. These ones move fast. And that's the end of 2-1. Very quick game in general, guys. We're going to ignore the 1-up because we ain't dying. Flip up to the top. Now you got to be careful in the gravity transitions. If you get touched by those things, you die instantly. So just do as I do. Wait for the gunners to cycle through, take them out, head all the way to the top, gravity switch, and then there's another A for you to grab, waiting for you at the end. Jump down. Now we're going to have to gravity switch to get that thing up over to the right. Jump up in there, gravity switch again. Go down. Got a few more little flip switches to get through, and then we're pretty much at the end of the level already. So, we're gonna switch back down, and now we're gonna keep shooting and heading up and to the right. There are these gunner things that shoot from the top and the bottom if you take too long, but as long as you keep shooting and keep moving, you'll be good to go. Boss of Area 2. Very simple. Shoot, jump up, shoot, keep shooting until you take this one out, and now position yourself where you can do the power shot clip, and point upwards, and just keep holding fire. It takes a little bit of time, because obviously you can only hit these particular enemies when they're firing themselves, but this is a surefire way to get it done. Now, I tried killing the very first laser row, but I wasn't able to do that without getting killed, so I always find it's best to shoot a little bit and then jump up to the next row where you're able to just kind of run and gun and take them out instantly. And then assume the position, if you will. Anyways, on to stage 3. Another very simple stage where the main premise is honestly running and gunning. Just keep moving forward. These green things perish very quickly. We're going to be doing a little bit of gravity switching here. We don't want to pick up any excess power-ups. We want to continue to have our power shot. But we will pick up A's as we go, just like we did. You're going to gravity switch after this gunner. So those gunners are probably the most annoying parts of these particular levels. This is one of the easier levels in the game, honestly. Okay, we're going to be gravity switching on 3-2 a little bit more. There's another A, as you can see, which is great. Gravity switch so we don't fall into the spikes. Now, that red thing we'll be seeing again in Area 6. it shoots out a line of fire unless you gravity switch in the direction to make it not. Take out the gunner. You can actually walk here. I'm not even jumping in a lot of those instances. Gonna gravity switch here, walk down, make sure you take that guy out, do a powerful jump actually, because if you do a weak jump you won't get there. Just keep walking. One last gravity switch, boss time. Okay, so this boss can be killed super duper easy in basically one cycle if you hold up and fire. You just have to make sure you time it correctly, walk here, position yourself where you see the light, like fluorescent green in between your legs. If you see a little bit of dark green, then you're a little bit too far to the left and you will get clipped. Luckily, if you have the armor, you'll be fine and you can still reposition yourself. But the rule of thumb is you aim for the middle. As far as your positioning, hold up and fire, and as long as you see green in between your legs, the bright green, you're good to go. Stage 4, the bane of my existence. Lots of memorization to go on here. This is definitely the trickiest stage in my opinion. Shoot the metal enemy there on the bottom and the top. Now we're going to flip up. And we're going to position ourselves where we don't get hit by these things, but we're close enough to get the A. Go back towards the middle. We're going to have to do a bait, gravity switch, duck. Wow, tricky, right? Go over to the right to take out these gunners. And now we're going to flip to the ceiling and take out the metal guy, I believe. Yes, and then we're going to flip down and take out the other metal guy. And now there's going to be these like respawning gunners, but luckily you're able to actually shoot their projectiles. I like to stagger the first guy a little bit, because if you kill him right away, you get some kind of really weird cycle where it becomes a little bit more difficult. And pretty much you just have to be careful here. If you have a projectile coming at you, obviously shoot it. That'd be your first objective. And after that guy, it is now mini-boss. Stand and turn to the left and keep firing. Kill this guy. Shoot down, shoot to the left, kill that guy. Make sure you're not hitting any of these guys, obviously. And when you can, take shots at them. The most important part of this mini-boss is immediately turning to the left, taking out that first pink thing, and then focusing on the one that was below you. And then as soon as it goes to the left, you should be able to take that out, and you'll be golden. 4-2, another difficult level. Go up to the right to grab the A. These things will come at you either horizontally, vertically, or diagonally, depending on your position. The C will clear the screen, but I didn't get it. Not really that necessary. Just make sure you're not grabbing the wrong power-ups. Alright, now you're gonna stay on the left and aim up to take out this weird gunner thing. Flip to the ceiling. The gunner's gonna be on the right, and he's only vulnerable on the top. There you go. Now you're gonna have these weird, I don't even know what they are. Just stay there. Now 2 of them are gonna spawn, 1 on each side. Take out the one on the right first, and then take out the one on the left. The screen's gonna scroll to the left, so you gotta be careful. And now we're pretty much at the end of the level. I like to jump on the ceiling and shoot to the right, and then shoot below me. And then flip back down, cross over when I can, shoot up and to the left, and then immediately behind me. And then I wait down in the lower left-hand corner for the Stage 4 boss. Stage 4 boss consists of a gunner on the top and the bottom, and then a red or pink thing that you need to take out. That's ultimately what you need to kill to beat the boss. I take out the top gunner first, then the bottom, and then the red thing. So I kind of bait the top guy along, take him out. I go to the left a little bit, and then I go to the corner. And I'm able to take that gunner out super quick. Sometimes I find that if you don't kind of do that little bait that I did over to the left, the gunner can clip you. But because I do that, I think it ends its cycle a little early, and then it's really just not getting hit by that thing. It's moving ridiculously slow, so it's pretty easy. Stage 5. I actually find this stage to be quite easy. It pretty much revolves around these gunners, and most of them you can kind of clip through one way or another with your power shot off to the side to make things a lot easier. There are a few instances where you're able to take out gunners off the screen. I know I get hit in this level too, which is my bad. I should have completely remembered that there was a gunner there, but luckily there are A's to pick up in both of these levels. And that's where I got clipped. You can shoot that guy from off screen, but there's an A there anyway, as well as a power shot, which you won't need if you're not dying. But still, if you're doing a casual playthrough, at least there's a P there. There is a clearing item up at the top. I don't think I get it though, because you don't really need it. You just take your time, guys. you can kill all these enemies. And then we're on to 5-2. Another instance to grab an A coming up soon. Just take your time. There's the A, in case you need it. Now this part's a little tricky. I go down to the bottom, jump up, keep walking, go down, and now I wait for another shot. Then I jump up and I make sure I cling to the ceiling, and that way you're not going to get hit by any of those errant, whatever they are, waves. Utilize your power clip shotting here to take out all these guys to ensure an easy route. Clip through onto the other side. There was a gunner on the right, which you don't have to deal with. Go to the ceiling, wait for the fires to stop. Gravity switch down. Just be careful as you're going through. Eventually, we're going to have to gravity switch to the top to walk out. You could wait for like this wave thing to come from the left, but it takes forever on normal, so it's not advised. Now this is the toughest boss of the game. 3 phases. The first one shoots bouncing lasers, the second one shoots sort of like up and down homing missiles, and the third one shoots these like big long waves. The hardest phases are definitely 1 of the blue, and then I guess I would call it phase 4, phase 5 of the red. Just keep firing, DPS, now things speed up. Now watch this jump I do. Ugh, God, I hate that phase. I've been clipped there too many times. As long as you do enough DPS, guys, it's pretty easy, but I will say that's the toughest boss of the game. I think that one requires the most skill. A lot of the other ones are kind of memes, to be honest with you. Like, the stage 6 boss, like, gave me a lot of trouble until I realized what to do. It's pretty much just like a puzzle meme boss, but anyway. This stage as a whole is a meme. You have to deal with vertical scrolling and a lot of gravity switching. And it's honestly just like super annoying. Don't worry about the time limit, just take your time as you go through here. You could easily get hit by these red things if you're careless with jumping towards the top of the screen. Like, meaning like you'll end up being on the bottom and just get hit by those things, so just be careful. There is an A coming up in 6-2. Not in this particular level though, unfortunately. So you're going to have to watch out for a lot of these annoying gunners, and then there's going to be a few turret gunners. And the hardest section of this particular level is actually at the very end. We'll get there shortly. Take your time, be methodical, do what you need to do. Be very wary of the stage scrolling. There are some instances where a shot fires and you scroll off the screen and you get hit by it in your butt or something like that. So just be very methodical. Do what you need to do. Don't feel rushed whatsoever. Plan things out in your head. Just taking all these turrets out. And now you're in the harder section of 6-1. With these gunners, and you can get screwed by the aforementioned missile off the screen scrolling issues. So, also these enemies respawn like crazy, so try not to move backwards at all. Take your time. Good. See, I moved backwards a little bit, and that enemy was able to respawn instantly. Quick gravity switch, 6-2, which is technically the last level of the game. There's an A up ahead. Very easy to grab. Grab it. Gravity switch. Quickly jump over. Watch out for more turrets, our best friends, right? Just be methodical, do what you need to do, no rush. That's literally my advice. I know it's simple stuff, but take out the turrets, and now you have one section of turret stuff, which is incredibly easy. Our goal here is going to take out the 2 visible turrets, and then when the screen starts scrolling, we're going to jump on the top and just keep running and gunning to the right, and for the most part, you won't get hit. Do be mindful of random shots coming from the sky, but here we go. Keep running and gunning. The screen scrolls, which ultimately, see, we almost got hit by that diagonal one coming from the bottom, but we didn't. So now we're going to go over here and have to do a lot of like really nifty drops and gravity switching. Make sure you're not getting hit on the scroll up here by the red guy. Jump and gravity switch here. Run over. Fall off, gravity switch real quick. And now it's boss 6, which is a meme. It's a puzzle boss, guys. I'm just going to tell you right now. These things are only vulnerable when their quote-unquote eyes are open. When they turn red, and you successfully hit them, that means they die in one hit and they disappear, which means you can get hit by the ceiling and the floor. The main goal is to stay over to the right. Just keep making sure you're jumping off like I am. Very light jumps. Now we're going to wait for the perfect cycle, where we shoot to the left, shoot to the top, and shoot below when the eyes are open. And the cycle is now. There we go. So again, they're only vulnerable when the eyes are open. You're going to be staying on the right side of the screen, constantly doing short jumps off to stay alive. When they're red, make sure you get them in the perfect cycle, where you're in the bottom right corner. You shoot to the left, shoot above, and shoot down. Simple. And now it's stage 7, which is a boss rush. I just grabbed the P, even though I don't need it. And it's the same stuff I mentioned before, guys. These bosses don't even change, to my knowledge. If there are changes, it's very minimal. And there you see, I wasn't able to get the, I got really risky there. I ended up getting it in 3 cycles, but I should have just waited that out and waited till it eventually came out of the middle. But we survived. Stage 2, again, jump up and run over to this guy, and then just sit here and fire up, and, you know, you just wait it out. But yeah, going back to that first boss there, during the boss rush, yeah, I got really ballsy there. Like I said, the cycles go, it comes out of the middle, comes out of the right, comes out of the left, quickly comes out of the left and goes back to the middle. If you want to be safe, just wait for it to come out of the middle. Alright, back to boss 3, which is the one that has the orb things floating around it. You wait and you walk in towards the middle, make sure you have the light green in between your legs and fire up, and then it dies. There you go. Easy peasy. There's another way to do it, which involves a gravity switch to the ceiling that I've seen speedrunners do, but oh my god, that seems way riskier. Not a fan. Alright, on to 4, which is again that weird, yep, we're going to take out the top gunner, bottom gunner, and then ultimately the red thing. Kind of bait to the left, as I say. Fire downward with the P, no problem. And now just make sure you don't get hit. And we are now going into the toughest boss of the game again. The boss of Area 5, but luckily we have the armor, which means we have room for error if need be. DPS, the blue one bounces stuff off the ceiling, the red one goes up and down, and the green one shoots big long waves. The green is the most free. If you get hit by the green phase, then something's wrong with you. It's the red and then the switch over to the blue in the next phase, which can get you once in a while. And then, oh, look at that. Executing those pixel perfect jumps, baby. I actually think that if it's low enough, you can just jump over it without getting hit. But, I don't know. I always choose to go towards the middle, which, again, is pretty difficult. And now we are all the way back here. So, yeah, there's not much variation, guys. It's more of the same. Just stick over to the right, keep doing short jumps off. When the eyes are open, you can attack. And ultimately, when they're red, you're just going to wait. And wait for the perfect cycle, shoot left, shoot up, and shoot down. And then we're on the final boss, which is ridiculously easy. Waiting for the phase, which is right now. Oh, no, not right now. It is right now. There we go. And the final boss, you pretty much just jump and shoot to the right and take these things out. On expert mode, this particular boss is a little bit harder. On this, it's like, I don't even know what happens. I don't even know how you lose here, honestly. And that is Metal Storm, guys. That is Metal Storm on normal mode. I've reviewed this game. I will leave it in the description below. I have completed the game on expert mode, which a password will come up for. I'll just leave it on the screen in case you guys want to try it. Expert mode is legitimately one of the hardest games, if not the hardest games I've ever played in my entire life. It takes everything it threw at you and times it by 10 in the difficulty. If you're a Metal Storm expert and you haven't tried expert mode, I would recommend it. It'll give you a newfound enjoyment of the game and make the base game that much easier. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Until next time.